Hi everybody, I am Hridesh MG, and this year I had the opportunity to participate in the Google Summer of Code program under CCextractor. And in this short video, I would just like to share my journey, the challenges I faced, and what all I learned along the way. So, to give a bit of a brief intro, my name is Hridesh MG, and I'm a third year BTech student at Amarta University, Amrtapuri. I'm currently pursuing my BTech in computer science, and I'm also a member of the open source club at our college named AMFOS. So I had the chance to participate in Google Summer of Code in 2025 along with CCextractor. So let me begin this video by talking about how I actually found the organization, how I found CCextractor. Now, CCextractor, for those of you who don't know, it's basically the open source standard for subtitle extraction from media files. So, if you have like a bunch of files, mostly files which have the subtitles kind of burnt into them, like in the form of an encoding or in the video files themselves, CCextractor will allow you to extract them and output them in a variety of different formats. SRT .srt being the most popular. So I found CCextractor by just randomly going through the org list on the GSoC page one day, and one of my seniors actually recommended me this project because he knew that I was interested in working with Rust and C. So I went through the ideas list for CCextractor, which is on their official website, ccextractor.org, and I found this particular project, CCextractor Release 1.0, very interesting. The main reason I found it interesting was because it has a lot of domains that you need to be familiar with. For example, C, Rust, Flutter, Google Cloud Console, Docker, Python, everything. And I'm someone who personally loves to work across different domains, work with different tools. So naturally, I was kind of drawn to this project. So after that, I started contributing to the project, and I noticed something interesting. When I made my first PR to CCextractor, which was essentially to fix a memory leak and a quantization issue with the with the OCR code, I noticed that all of the tests were ending in failure. Now, these tests are run by something known as the sample platform. The sample platform is essentially CCextractor's kind of like test suite, essentially. It runs your code against a bunch of different files with various configurations to test if there is some kind of new regression that has been introduced. Now, what I noticed was that my PR and every other PR at this particular point of time was completely ending in failure. Like none of the tests were passing. And I looked into it and I tried to debug this essentially. So I reached out to the maintainers on the Zulip with my findings, and they were more than happy to help me out and gave me a lot of good advice on what I should be looking into. So this was my first proper deep dive into CCextractor, and it is I spent a lot of time trying to make this sample platform, which is the test suite for CCextractor, stable and operational. So I believe I made a combined total of around 12 or 13 PRs, as we can see here, to fix the sample platform itself. And right now it is stable and ready for future testing. So as we can see, these are the two latest test runs on the sample platform, and as we can see, most of them are passing, which means that the tests are working properly. After this, I moved on to debugging CCextractor itself. So coming back to the project title, CCextractor 1.0, essentially the aim of this project is to make CCextractor ready for its 1.0 release. It's been more than 4 years since the last stable release of CCextractor, and right now we are in the process of porting the codebase to Rust. Now, because of this and a lot of other factors, there have been a few bugs that have accumulated in CCextractor, and my work was to essentially find out the root cause of these bugs and patch them. So I used a variety of tools for this purpose, like GDB, Python, for like scripting purposes and a lot of other things to find and debug a lot of different issues. So I made around 12 PRs to CCextractor, the core tool itself, to fix a variety of different bugs. Now these bugs were of varied nature. Like some of them were caused due to memory leaks. Some of them were caused because a variable was not passed properly between Rust and C. And like some of them were just like simple fixes like a typo in the code somewhere and things like that. So I fixed all of these regressions, and because of that, CCextractor is virtually almost free from regressions right now. As we saw earlier, there are a few tests that are failing, and I do plan to look into them. But 90% of the or 95% of the tests are now working properly. After this, I moved on to the Flutter GUI. So CCextractor, it also has a GUI frontend, which makes it easier to use for the average person. Now this Flutter GUI, it was also out of date. In fact, it did not even, it refused to build on the latest Flutter SDK. So I made 2 or 3 PRs to migrate the Flutter SDK to the latest version and basically sync all the changes in it to the latest version of CCextractor, because the Flutter GUI was also out of date. So here we can see the outcomes of the project. CCextractor is now mostly ready for a version 1.0 release. The sample platform is now fully stable and capable of running future tests. And the Flutter GUI has also been synced and updated to the latest version. Now regarding my takeaways, so yeah, what I learned from being a GSoC scholar under CCextractor. Now prior to working on CCextractor, I did not really have much experience with the Rust. Working with CCextractor really did help me gain some fluency of Rust, and as well as improve my skills in C, as well as debugging memory issues, going deep into the code base, stepping through it through GDB, and trying to find the root cause of a lot of segmentation faults and memory leaks really did help my debugging skills a lot. Another thing is, I was not just working with one technology stack like Rust or C. I had to work across different technologies. Like I had to be familiar with Google. I had to familiarize myself with Google Cloud Console, Python, the Rust, C, obviously, and even Flutter. And so this project, it had a lot of different technologies in underneath it, and it was really a great experience getting to work across all of these different technologies, and it never really felt like I was like fed up with the one particular framework. Particularly with Google Cloud Console, I did not have any experience with Google Cloud Console or even cloud platforms in general prior to CCextractor, and working on the sample platform, which is hosted on GCP, really did teach me a lot about how cloud platforms work, the different constraints they have, and yeah, so that was a great experience. Another thing is, the mentors were really helpful. So we had weekly meetings, me and the other mentee, Deep Narayan, who was working with me in this project. We had weekly meetings with our main mentor, Pratik Sunal, every Sundays, and he would be more than ready to help us with anything. And it was a great experience working with him, as well as the maintainer for the sample platform. Can I have some coffee? Which is his username. He was also a great help throughout the project. Like whenever I had some problem with the sample platform, I would I would not hesitate to reach out to him, and he would respond almost instantly with all kinds of feedback. And I really did learn a lot from both of these people. Yeah, with that, I would like to conclude this short video. So thank you.